my lovies, it's Aisling and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be kind of like a trial video or a testing video. I just want to see if this method that I'm testing actually works. So what I am testing today, you may be wondering, is this new, well, it's not really new. I mean, I saw it last month, maybe or the month before. Wayne Goss did a whole video on it. It is a method of applying your foundation in a way that it avoids your oils coming through. If you're familiar with my channel, then you understand and know the struggles that I go through with my oily skin. Especially now that the months are getting a little bit warmer here in Ireland, my skin is not performing as well as it used to be. My oils come through an awful lot quicker than they used to, and there is no foundation on the market that can hold them back long enough for me. So I'm going to try this theory today. I saw Holmes do it, Beauty Vixen, and Wayne Goss was the original video I saw doing it. I don't know who came up with this. I don't know if this is like a new thing all the cool people are doing, but I said I would try it out today and see does it work, and check in maybe later on this evening to see what my results were. I'm gonna go through all the steps that you take and we're just gonna see how it works. So first step in this whole system, I don't even know what this video is going to be called because I don't even know what this is. It's just preventing your oils coming through. I'm going to take the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This is an oil-free setting spray, so if you have oily skin, this is going to be great for you. So what I'm going to do is just spritz this on my face. I have never done this before ever, so I've never applied setting spray before I apply my foundation. So let's see. I have only got moisturizer on my face, by the way. I have nothing else on my skin, so let's try this out. Okay, so setting spray is on. The next step is pretty standard. It is applying a primer, and I'm going to go in with the Nude Magic Blur Cream, one of my favorite primers. If you're an oily gal or guy, you will love this too because it is just great at smoothing out your pores and kind of making your skin look really airbrushed, I find. Wow, put a bit too much primer there. I'm gonna just apply the primer like I always do. My T-zone, naturally being oily, is my biggest issue, so kind of out this far and out that far and all across my nose and my chin, between my brows, and I just kind of bring it up. I don't feel like I need a whole lot of primer on my cheeks. Like they're just normal. They're not dry and they're not oily. So the next step is the odd step, and it's to set your face right now. So I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent powder. It's the only one that's to hand here. The NYC one is great as well because it's translucent. Any translucent powder will work. So you need a translucent loose powder, it would appear. I'm going to take my loose powder, and you apply this loose powder to the areas that you get oily, obviously, so that would be the T-zone. Now you must make sure, because that was I think Wayne Goss's direct instructions, that you do not apply too much of this product. So I'm just gonna shake this off a little bit and just pat it on. I feel very weirded out by doing something like this. Bring it out this far, that's where I get oily. And then again onto the chin. So scared, guys, because this is like breaking all the makeup rules, even though there is no rules when it comes to makeup, but you know what I mean. You shouldn't be applying powder before liquid because they mix together and then they form pastes, and that's how you get a cake face. So that is all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna set those areas because that's the only areas that I was instructed to set, and then you move on to your foundations. I'm gonna take my Giorgio Armani foundation because I'm kind of liking this at the moment. I'm gonna apply it like I normally would with a beauty blender. This is actually my new favorite way to apply my foundation, this new sponge thing. This is from Sigma and it is so cool. Look at it. It's like a triangle, but it has a circle bit. What is it? It's great at getting underneath the eyes. It's fabulous. So far, so good. I'm not noticing any cakiness in those areas. Chin would definitely be an area for me that I have to watch out with cakiness, and in between the brows, because that's just where all my products seem to mix and form frosting. So I'm pretty content. I'm going to finish this side of my face and then I'm going to come back and zoom in to show you guys what it's looking like on my face. I will say, unusually, I have just the tiniest bit of dryness here. I've never noticed that before, but maybe, I don't know, maybe my skin just was a little bit dehydrated, I don't know. Okay guys, so I have my foundation all applied now, and I'm not noticing any difference, like up close, like I don't want to notice any difference, if that makes any sense. I don't want to see any cakiness or it clinging to any dryness or anything like that. So you can see there on my skin, just over my pores and stuff and in between my brows, that it's not really clinging to anything, or it's not looking cakey on my chin. Well, not that I can see anyway. This foundation gets oily on me between 5 and 6 hours of wear, so I will check in after 5 or 6 hours just to see what, you know, how it's wearing. Currently it's 11:18. So next I'm going to just conceal, because like I said, this is still part of the steps. So I'm just taking my LA Girl Pro Conceal in Creamy Beige. Yes, it is Creamy Beige, just have to double check. I'm just applying that underneath my eyes. Just gonna blend that in like normal. This sponge is just life. Look how it just gets right into the corners. Oh, I love it. Now the next step is just to set your face like you normally would. I don't bake because I don't know, I just feel that baking sometimes makes my under eye area look a bit crappy. So I'm just going to set my under eye area like I normally would. So I'm just going to take my translucent powder again from Laura Mercier and just apply it underneath my eyes and to the rest of my face, because whoa, it got a bit crazy there. Oh my, I've gone a bit crazy with the powder. The areas where I applied the powder earlier on, it's kind of pulling the foundation off. It looks really bad. Okay, I'm going to zoom in for you guys. I didn't know that this would happen, so I'm just going to show you. Can you see my nose? Look, it's pulled all the foundation off in those areas, and in between my brows here, it's pulled it off too. So it's probably going to hold back the oils because there's going to be no foundation there. In the viewfinder, I can't really notice it, but I can see it here in the mirror that's right beside me. So I'm not overly happy with that. But I'm still going to continue with this project or this experiment because I do want to see, you know, how it turns out. I'm curious. I'm going to finish up all the rest of my face, like contouring and everything like that. Guys, I was going to come back later on in the day, but I decided just to do a small little update while I have my makeup on now, just to kind of talk about what way it went on. I want to apologize about my eyelashes. I don't know what's after happening, and I can't take this one off because it's stuck down and it just is crooked, and oh, just ignore the eyelashes. So I just want to say that actually everything went on top of my foundation relatively nice. I'm gonna now set it with the setting spray just to see how we get on. So I'm actually gonna cover my eyes because I just don't like it going into my eyes. Okay, so they are all the steps in this controlling your oils, or this new kind of method of keeping your oils back. So I will check in with you guys in a couple of, well, probably about 3 or 4 hours now, and I will see, you know, how this foundation is holding up later on in the day. So stay tuned for that. Hi guys, so I decided to come back at this stage in the day because it is now 4:26. So approximately 5 hours into the wear of my foundation. I'm just going to do this one update and I'll talk about it a little bit more in the description bar below, because there's no point in me coming back all day. It's not a foundation testing. I'm just seeing, you know, how long I can get out of the foundation before it gets really oily on me. My overall thoughts on this whole thing is the technique's not really for me. I can't see myself doing it or following it. I can't really see myself powdering my face before I apply my foundation. I'm not overly keen with the result that I got. I feel like my skin is definitely not looking as oily as it would be, you know, like it's on 5 hours. So it's definitely holding back the oils, guys, which is amazing. That is really interesting. It's just the look of the foundation just doesn't look as nice as if I put my foundation over my primer, if that makes any sense, you know, without powdering. It's definitely by no means the worst. It's just it has broken up a little bit on my chin, and it has kind of broken up a little bit around my nose as well. I just feel like it wasn't like smooth like it normally would be, and it looks fine in the mirror and stuff like that, and it looks fine in person. I don't know, like, tell me what you guys think of it. You guys try it as well and see if you're oily. Does it help to keep your oils back? I just don't know for me if it's a technique that I would follow every single day. And as well as that, I just didn't really like the way that my foundation went on top of it. It didn't cake or anything like that. It just didn't look as seamless and it kind of went a little bit blotchy, that's all. After 5 hours of wear, when I did the first impressions on this foundation, it was looking oily and I had to blot. Whereas at this stage, I don't have to blot, definitely not. It's definitely going to hold up for another little while on me, which is great. And I think it's the technique of powdering before I apply the foundation, but it's just I didn't like the way that the foundation sat in it, so I'd rather have a little bit of oil and powder than it kind of breaking up like the way it did. The technique definitely is interesting. I'm not going to knock it right now. I'm going to give it a go again with a different foundation as well and see how does it work and get it down to a T. I mean, this is the first time I'm ever trying it. I don't know if I did anything wrong or if there's any way I can improve it, but if there is a way I can improve it, I'm going to try. So I'm going to watch his video again and maybe watch other people's videos who've done this technique and see how they're doing it too, just so I can get it to a T maybe for the next time, and maybe my foundation won't go as blotchy. But anyway, that is my 2 cents on this whole oily experiment. I think it was a success for the most part. It's just the foundation didn't look as amazing as it normally would, but I'm not going to knock it. I'm going to try it again. And let me know, guys, what you think of this, like powdering before applying your foundation. I don't know if this is like the brand new revelation. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye!